Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So now we're on lesson 16. So again, we're learning how to join to a letter which has a sukun on top. So now we're here. So now this is our third rule of our al-asli. So before we do this, we're going to quickly recap the other two al-asli rules that we learnt. So if you look over here, okay, on page 16. So we learnt that when there's a letter which has a fatha and it then has an alif after it, we stretch it, isn't it? So this, instead of saying ba, it becomes ba. So the alif stretches a fatha letter, isn't it? And I made you guys write that rule down, which was called the maddul asli. That's our first rule, rule number one. So a fatha letter, and after it you have a alif which stretches it. Second rule we learnt of our maddul asli, so rule number two, was when you have a dammah letter, then after it is a waw sukun, waw saakin. So then the waw saakin will stretch it. So instead of it being u, it becomes u. So you stretch it. This was our rule number two. So you guys should have it written down as well on the same piece of paper. And our third rule now that we're going to do now, okay, which is over here. Now this is when the first letter has a kasrah, I, and then after it is a ya saakin. Ya with a sukun, so the ya saakin will stretch the I, so it becomes I. Okay, which is quite simple. So I'll write it down in the caption, so then you can have all three rules of maddul asli written down. So I'll write the rule at the bottom of the video. So this is I, B, T, Th, G, He, making sure you pronounce the ha, Khi, D, the, Ri, Z, Si, She, Si. So make it full mouth. Si. So this is Si, very light, empty mouth. So this is, and the way you pronounce this is Si, Si. So not like a we sound, sui. So there shouldn't be a w sound in it. There shouldn't be. So it's si, si, di, di, and same as this one. It's not tui, it's di, just heavy and full mouth. Di. So again, there's no w sound in it. So it's not dwi, it's di. And it's an ayn for the middle of the throat. I, ri, fi, qi, so q sound. Qi, ki, li, mi, ni, we, he, e, and finally ye. Okay, so that's how you pronounce these letters in lesson 16. So it should be fairly straightforward, but pause the video and practice it at least once or twice to make sure you can pronounce all of them. And if you're not sure, then rewind the video and then listen to the letter or the box that you're not sure about before you move on to the exercise. I guess now all they're going to do is get you to practice these inside the exercise as usual, like we do every lesson. Okay, so you have to be able, whenever you come across them, you have to be able to spot these. Okay, so now the first letter over here, first box, sorry. It's a alif with a kasrah, I. But then you look at the next letter as a ya sukun, isn't it? So just how we have over here, alif kasrah, ya saakin, so which makes a stretch, isn't it? So same thing over here. So this becomes I, then ta, dammah with a waw sukun after it. So this was this rule that we learnt over here, isn't it? Ta dammah with the waw sukun at the end. So it becomes tu. So over here, tu together, I, tu. Make sure you stretch both of them the same amount. This line over here is a nun with a kasrah, and then followed by ya saakin. So then this will be stretched as well. So like this over here. See, this over here is exactly the same. This is a nun, kasrah, then a ya saakin stretches it. Ni. Then stretch all three. I, tu, ni. Making sure you stretch them all the same amount, so one shouldn't be longer than the other. Okay, next line. This is a mim, dhamma, mu. Then a ba, kasra, join to the ya saakin. Be mubinin, mubinin. So double kasrah makes a nin sound, isn't it? In sound. Mubinin. Next is a ya fatha. Then a ta which will join to the ya sukun. Ti, yati. Then a mim double fatha. Man, yatiman. First is a kaf with a fatha, ka. Then it's a tha, which will join to the ya saakin, and the tha has a zer, kasrah. So just how we have over here at the top, if you look over here. So then this will be stretched. Thi, kathi. Then ra, double fatha, run, kathiran. And the last box, ma, jim, dot at the bottom, should be stretched by ya saakin, ji, maji. Dal with a double dammah, dun, majidun. Okay, so that's the first line done. So it's not too difficult. You just need a lot of practice at it. So now pause the video and then practice the line. Now when you're ready, go into the next line. Okay, first letter is a mim dhamma, mim with a dhamma, mu. It's a ha with a ya, sukun, saakin, sukun. So the ha will be long stretched. Hi, muhi, and ta with a double dhamma, tun, muhitun. So this is a, then a kha, which will be stretched by ya saakin, khi, akhi. This letter over here is a ha with a kasrah, hi, akhihi. So making sure you only stretch the madd al-asli, nothing else. So don't stretch the first letter, so don't say akhi, or don't stretch the last letter by saying akhihi. Okay, so both are wrong. Only stretch the madd al-asli in the middle. First letter here is a na, the nun with the fatha. Then it's a dhal, kasra, which will stretch by the ya saakin. The, nadhirun, nadhirun. This is a kaf, so it's a ka. And it's a ra, which will stretch by ya saakin. Ri, kari, mim with a double dhamma, mun, karimun. Okay, now this is quite difficult. You have to concentrate over here. Remember we learnt our one-line letters and our two-line letters. So we said that the letter on top, if you look at where the arrow is, the letter on top is a one-line letter. We learnt it on page 6 of the Qaida. This is a one-line letter on top, and at the bottom is a two-line letter. Then we said there are 5 one-line letters. Ba, ta, tha, nun, and ya. So these 5 are the one-line letters. Then you have to look for the dot. So this is a one line. It can't be a ba, because the dot is over here, isn't it? Can't be a ta, it can't be a tha. The only letter it can be is a nun. Yeah, because a nun has a dot on top. The first letter here, and its dot over here. So this is a nun with a fatha, na. Then the next letter underneath, we said this has to be a two-line letter. And there are 3 two-line letters. So it's either jim, ha, or a kha. Now the dot is at the bottom. Obviously it's the jim that has a dot at the bottom, isn't it? So this will be a nun. And then, this is a jim. And it has a saakin on sukun on top of it. So now the nun will join to the jim. So it will become naj. And we'll learn how to join letters in the next lesson. So you don't have to worry too much about it now. So this, you just have to understand, this is naj. And then this is za, kasra, stretched by ya, saakin. Zi, naj, zi. Okay, so pause the video and then practice this line. Make sure you know it perfectly. So I'm ready to move on to the next line. Okay, so next line. This is a one-line letter. So this is one line and then 2 dots at the bottom. So this is ya. This here is a sin with a kasra, which will join to the ya with a sukun. Si, yasi. Then the ra has a double fatha. Run, yasiran. Then say ya, which will join to the mim, saakin. Yam. So it's not ma, mi, or mu, because it doesn't have a fatha, dhamma, kasra to give it these sounds. So it's just a saakin. It's just the m sound. Yam. Then this is a sheen with a kasra, which will be stretched by ya, saakin. She, yamshi. First is one line, dot at the bottom, ba. Then it's a swad, the kasrah, si, but then it's a ya with a sukun. So the ya saakin will stretch the swad. Si, basi, ra with a double fatha, ran, basiran. Okay, first here is a la, it's a lam with a fatha. It's a ta, which will be after it is a ya with a sukun. Ti, lati, then a fa with a double dammah, fun, latifun, making sure you only stretch the mad al-asli, which is over here in the middle. Ti. Next box. This is a ayn with a fatha, so it's a, making sure you pronounce it from the middle of the throat. So it's not a, it's a. Then so dha with a kasrah, which will be stretched by ya saakin. Dhi, azimun, azimun. Okay, and that's that line done. So now pause the video and practice it 3 times. Next line. Okay, here is an ayn with a kasrah and then followed by a ya with a sukun. So then it will be stretched. Nun, nun. Make sure you pronounce the ayn. Next box. So waw fatha, wa. Then so ghain, then after it is a ya saakin. So it will be stretched. Ghi, waghi. Then so dad fatha, da. Waghida, making sure you only stretch the mad al-asli at the middle. So ghi, nothing else. First one is wa, then so qaf, the kasrah, qi, then but it will be stretched by ya saakin. So it will be qi, waqi. So making sure you don't stretch the first letter. So don't say waqi, it's waqi la. Again, very short. Waqila. So this is a, first letter. The kaf stretched by ya saakin. Ki, aki. This is dal with a dammah, du. Akidu. It's an ayn with a fatha. So a, then salam stretched by ya saakin. Li, ali, mun, alimun. And that's the line done. So now pause the video and then practice this line at least 3 times. And the last line. First it's a mim with a kasrah and then stretched by ya saakin. Mi, then a qaf, alif with a fatha. Qa, make it full mouth. Not ka, it's qa. And then so you stretch both. This is a mad al-asli over here on the mim, and this is a mad al-asli on the qaf. Stretch both of them. Mi qa, then tan, double fatha. Mi qa tan. That's that. Next one is ba with a fatha, ba. Then it's a nun stretched by ya saakin. Ni, bani, ha kasrah, hi, bani, hi. There's an alif with a standing fatha. Then a waw, which will be stretched by ya saakin. We, we. Stretching both of them. And stretch them the same amount. Don't stretch one more than the other. Next box. This is shin with a fatha, sha. This is a ha, which will be stretched by ya saakin. He, shahi. Then a dal with a double dammah, dun, shahidun. Then it's a lam with a standing fatha, la, ba with a kasrah, bi, la bi. And a tha, which will be stretched by ya saakin. Thi, la bithi. Then a nun with a fatha, na, la bithina. And that's that lesson done. Now pause the video and practice this line 3 times, and then test yourself if you know. Test yourself in random boxes from the exercise to see if you're able to read the whole lesson now.